This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success Mentorship Class number 281. Our topic for today is opportunity is always right where you are. I'm going to say that again. Opportunity is always right where you are. And as you know, our message today is based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And we are actually looking at the law of supply as a reference for those who have the book. Also want to mention our website, herbertharris.com, and the fact that right now, as we close out the second half of the year, our success toolbox, as they say, is popping. People are getting it to help them assess where they are, address what needs to be changed, make a new plan, and take action. So be sure to go to our website, herbertharris.com. This topic, of course, Success Mentorship Class number 281. And our topic that opportunity is always right where you are is a topic that I chose for today because as we are closing out this year, and if you notice, our topics have been designed to help guide you from where you are to where you want to be, to help you achieve the things that you set out to achieve this year, to make this year your year for outrageous success. As we look at where we are this year, and we are in the second portion of the year, it is important to realize that everything that happens to us happens for a purpose. And not only that, everything that happens to us is for a good purpose, for a growth purpose, for a purpose that helps us become the person that we are destined to be. So when we look at moving forward this year, things will present themselves to us. And how we see those things determines how we respond to them. So when we look at an opportunity, let us define that an opportunity is a favorable combination of circumstances in a particular endeavor. A good chance, a good occasion, an opportunity, a method to advance yourself. So an opportunity is generally something that can improve your life in some respect. And if that is so, then every opportunity that comes to us, we should jump on it. When we look at the derivation of the word opportune, from the Latin, it means to stand before the door. Opportunus, to stand before the door. And anytime you stand before a door, there's something that is unique to human beings. We have a choice of how we respond to the door that's before us, whether we open the door and go through it, or whether we see the door as a wall and turn away from it. And so when we think about where we are right now, things will be happening over the next few months, over the rest of this year. And how you interpret those things make a huge difference in the outcome you experience at the end of this year. And I want us to really focus on the end of this year because the goal is to create a vision that we have of ourselves for the end of this year so that we then enter the next year at a higher level of consciousness, at a higher level of response. George Bernard Shaw had an interesting quote about opportunity. He said, "Don't wait for the right opportunity, create it." Don't wait for the right opportunity, create it. Now that's a profound concept, because what that is saying now is not only is the door to opportunity before you, but you are actually the one who creates it by your own thinking, your own emotions, your own habits, and your own relationships. David Icke had another interesting take on opportunity. He said, life constantly presents the greatest opportunity, brilliantly disguised as the biggest disaster. Life constantly presents the greatest opportunity, brilliantly disguised as the biggest disaster. Interesting, in the Chinese language, the word opportunity has a dual meaning. One is crisis and the other is opportunity. Goodness, of blessings. And so when we stand before the door to opportunity, we're always confronted with a choice. So the question is, how do you come to the door of opportunity in the first place? And you stand before the door to opportunity as a result of your own thoughts. If your thinking is negative, then every door to opportunity is seen as a wall or an obstacle. If your thinking is negative, when you stand before the door to opportunity, you think about all the reasons why you can't do it, why it won't work for you. And so when we look at the door to transform our lives, it is our mindset that makes the difference. We often let ourselves be so involved with our condition that we don't see our possibilities. What do you mean, Doc? Many times when you say that opportunity is disguised as a great disaster, we focus so much on the disaster that we never see the possibilities of getting through it, and how good our life will be, how successful our life will be if we can get through this challenge. You know, it's a lot like politics. It's interesting. When you're in a political race, you may win or lose by 1 or 2 votes, but the outcome is vastly different. When you lose, you're done. You go home. When you win, you enter into a new phase of your life. It's when you win when Sandra would win, when she won her seat in the State House of Representatives. It's like the moment you're the winner, the moment you choose good and the good manifests for you, everything changes. Everybody now calls you representative. 5 minutes ago, before they declared the winner, she was Sandra, but 2 minutes after she's declared the winner, she's now representative. And that is the way it is in all of our lives. When we face an opportunity to make that breakthrough, we call ourselves by a different name. We call ourselves a winner. We call ourselves as a CEO. We call ourselves rich, healthy, happy, because we made a breakthrough from something that could have been negative if we saw it as negative, but something that really stimulated our growth. And that's something I want to look at for a moment. Every opportunity is designed for a purpose, and a primary purpose is to stimulate your growth. It is through challenge that we grow. And so when an opportunity presents itself, there's always a choice that you have to make. And based on that choice, that is how you respond to the opportunity. So think about this. An opportunity presents itself, and you can have basically 3 approaches to it. You can be fearful. So when an opportunity presents itself, you can be fearful and look at all the things you don't have, and therefore get paralyzed into inaction. I had a friend once who we went to high school, and I went on to college, and many of our other students went to college, but he had this thing about not going to college. And at 65, 70 years old, he was still saying, I didn't go to college, but I did all right. Many times we'll set up, you might say, somebody else's criterion to block us from our greatness. There are many people that would look at that opportunity. I remember him, there was a job that was available. And I said, you should get this job. It's right up your land. It's right up your alley. This is you. He said, no, man, they require a college degree. I don't have one, but I've done all right. And so the point I'm making is, in your thoughts, You can block your blessings by seeing it from a negative perspective, by seeing it from what you don't have as opposed to seeing it for what you do have. So when you stand before the opportunity, fear. We often say fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear can keep you from taking advantage of it. Fear often is based on lack of faith in yourself, lack of faith in the process, lack of faith in your own self-worth. So when opportunities present themselves, turn fear into faith. See all the ways it could benefit you as opposed to all the ways that will hold you back. Another blockage to taking advantage of opportunity is fear of criticism. The moment something happens, you know, in network marketing, many times when people make a decision to become an entrepreneur and they come and tell their friends and family, the friends and family respond in a negative way. You know, it's almost like, wow, they got you too. Wow, you know, you're going to lose your shirt. And so this fear of criticism will often cause the person not to even tell that person or their family member or that friend that they've made this big decision in their lives. But that fear of criticism creates a bubble, which then surrounds you and keeps some of the right people from coming to you. You know, when you're in business for yourself, you're always in the promotion mode. But when you fear criticism, you don't talk to people, you don't go out, you don't reach out. Many people stand before the door of opportunity and they can't act because of a fear of change. You know, when you live your life in a rut, when you go through the same things every day, every week, every year, when you have a good job and the job pays you just enough to keep you from quitting, the job holds you captive to a very mediocre lifestyle. And then along comes an opportunity to change that. And then this mindset comes up, wow, you know, I got a steady paycheck coming. It's not everything I need, but I tell you, it's been taking care of me and my family for years. But where's it? It's taking care of you on a very mediocre level. And so that fear of change can block you from taking advantage of that opportunity. So overcome that fear of change by seeing yourself from the greatest and highest perspective, by seeing yourself as the victor and not the victim. Opportunities come, but they come in a season. Whenever you miss an opportunity, whenever you don't take action on that opportunity, it comes in a season. Not that it may not come again, it's just that that opportunity is now in its own cycle. Someone wanted to go to an important conference, a conference where they would get a chance to really do some serious networking. And circumstances happened where they couldn't go. Well, you know, it was not such a bad thing, but guess what? The conference only comes once a year. And so all of those people that you could have met and networked with, you can't do it until next year. So not that the opportunity won't come again, it's just that the opportunity has its own cycle. And so when you know this and you're faced with the choices of whether to act now or to postpone the action or to let fear of failure, fear of criticism, desire to stay mediocre keep you from acting, you may not get that chance again. In other words, you have to be aware of the cycles of the opportunities that come to you. There's an interesting quote by Thomas Jones, and he said, "Many do with opportunities as children do at the seashore. They fill their little hands with sand and let the grains fall through one by one till all are gone." So, opportunity is about potential. Opportunity is about being a positive thinker. The law of supply says this: everything you need is always available. You already have everything you need to get anything you want. And so when an opportunity presents itself, that should be your mantra. I have everything I need to get anything I want. So if this opportunity is an opportunity for promotion, you can look at it and say, I got this. I have all the knowledge. I have all the contacts. I have all the experience necessary. to get this promotion. If it's a relationship, many times we have opportunities to meet the right person, that person that can transform our lives from what it is to what we really want it to be. And we hesitate. We think about all the negative experiences in the past, all the bad people, all the lying people, all the cheating people, all the abusive people. And then the one person, I don't want to say the one person, there's always somebody there for you, but a person who could compliment you and help you move on to that greater level comes into your space, and you're so focused on the past that you let the opportunity pass. So let us look at today, what we have to do to take advantage of every opportunity. Number one, I have some people joining us. Number one, to see every opportunity as just that. That whenever there's an obstacle, whenever there's a situation where you have to make a decision to go forth, and that's really an opportunity, really puts you in a position to make a decision to go forth. That whenever you have to make a decision to go forth, be committed to see the positive, to see all the good things that could happen as a result of that decision. Don't see the negatives. Life is like a garden. You don't have to plant weeds. Weeds grow. That's a part of the yin-yang positive, negative evolution. So when you're confronted with an opportunity, a possibility for change, for good change for you over this year, to make this year a year for success, see it from the highest possible sense. Ask yourself, what good things come to me when I get this breakthrough? What good things come to me when I build this new relationship? What good things come to me when I join this new company? So always see the positive. Number two, consider every opportunity a learning experience. Consider a learning experience, not just of the opportunity, but a learning experience about yourself. When you're confronted with an opportunity, conflicting opinions and thoughts may come into your mind. Consider it as a learning experience when you choose to focus on the good thoughts, the good things. And then third, you have to take action. See, the essence of opportunity is decision, and the confirmation of decision is action. And you have to take action now. Someone say, well, the store doesn't open until Monday. The position is not, you can't start filing to get this new position until Monday. Yeah, but right now you can make a decision to get prepared for the meeting. Right now you can make a decision to research the company, to research the opportunity, so that when you do get that interview, you'll be the one that gets the job. So see the positive, take it as a learning lesson, and take action. When you can do these things, then you realize that it all comes down to your level of consciousness. Because you take action, you see the learning, you see the positive always from the perspective of where you are. And so as a background to this opportunity, it's important that you constantly go and grow. That as you lift your level of consciousness, and that just means your level of awareness, as you commit to a reading program, as you commit to a learning program, as you commit to an expansion program of curiosity and amazement, to always want to see and learn something new and better and different. This raises your level of consciousness and gives you the ability to see opportunities at a higher and higher level. So then when you see the positive, it's a bigger positive. When you understand the lesson, it's a more profound lesson. And when you take action, the results are exponential. So today, there's a powerful spiritual principle, and it comes from Matthew's, the 19th chapter, the 26th verse. And it says this: with God, all things are possible. With God consciousness, with relationship, that you are a created being of an all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving creator, put here for a divine, important purpose, then any obstacle becomes an opportunity in your thinking, in your learning, and in your actions. So every experience in your life is an opportunity for completion and growth. Whether they are negative, positive experiences of joy and happiness or negative experiences of suffering and despair, the potential for growth, for reward, for benefit is an ever-present opportunity. I'd like to close with a reading from the book. The last words in the book is a quote from a good friend of mine who made his transition, Amy Solomon, and he said this: "Come to the cliff," he said. "We are afraid," they said. "Come to the cliff," he said. They came, he pushed them, and they flew. We all have the capacity to fly and have faith, love, commitment, and persistence be the wind beneath our wings, always knowing that we can be what we want to be. We can do what we want to do. We can have anything we desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. Let's just pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and let it sink in. Thank you for being with us this day on Instagram, on Facebook. Please like this message, share this message, and make some comments about the opportunities that are facing you and how you handle them and how you grew through them and how you achieved your greatness. Be sure to visit our website, herbertharris.com. And if you're serious about success, if you need that boost, that success boost, get the Success Toolbox. It can turn your life around. And so it is. Be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is.